Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome to fall, I'm thinking. Um, in today's video, I would like to show you how to make these little pumpkins, and I'm also going to show you how to make the crochet chain and turn this into some hanging garland, okay? So you can just take these and place them around your home, or you can attach it to a long string and make garland. So let's go ahead and get started with this pumpkin. I'm also going to show you how to make this mushroom in another video. And if you would like to see that, go ahead and subscribe and like, okay? So that you won't miss out on that video. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and work on this pumpkin. Now, you can, so let me show you the yarn I used, okay? I'm using these Karen Little Crafties. And I like them because the ones I have came in a bag of many different colors, and it's just a little bit of yarn. So when you're working on something small like this, these come in handy, okay? So these are called Karen Little Crafties, and I made the first one I made it a single strand, okay? And I like it. It's really nice. It's very light. But this one that I made is a little denser, and I double stranded it. And they both look lovely, and I'm not sure if you can see the difference. I think this one is a little bit larger, and you can see, I don't know, you can see less of these holes, which always bugs me. So I'm going to go ahead and double strand the next one that I'm going to make, okay? So let's go ahead and get started, but you do whatever you want. Whatever makes you feel comfortable. A lot of people don't like using double strands. You can use a thicker yarn. That will also solve the problem. I believe this is a thinner yarn, so you can go ahead and use a size 4 yarn, and then you won't have to double strand. And I'm using a size H hook, okay, for this. So let's go ahead and get started. So for this pumpkin, we're going to go ahead and we're going to make a magic loop, okay? A magic ring, a magic sliding ring. It's called very many things, and there are a few different ways to make it. If you would like to see how I make it, I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description on how I make this sliding ring, okay? So I made my sliding ring, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And for this pattern, this chain 3 is going to count as a double crochet. So I need 12 double crochets in this circle. I've already made 1, right? And I'm going to go ahead and make 11 more. So to make a double crochet, you're going to yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over, and pull it through. You have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull it through 2, and yarn over and pull it through 2. I'm going to go ahead and do that 10 more times, okay? So if you want a more detailed description on how to make the double crochet, again, I will put a list of the stitches that you need in the description. Here we go. So how many do I have now? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I need 11. Here's 5, 6. When you're doing the magic loop, make sure that you hold everything so it doesn't become untangled. Here's 7. Okay. 8. And I'm not using orange. You're not seeing things. 9. Because pumpkins come in different colors, right? 10. And I've got one more to do. This is number 10. I'm going to close up my loop just a little bit here. Okay. And here's my 11. So I crocheted 11 double crochets into the circle, and I made a chain 3, which counts as a double crochet, for a total of 12 double crochets in my ring here. So I'm going to take the tail and I'm going to pull it to close it up. Okay, there you go. And then I'm going to slip stitch into this first stitch right here, into this first V right here. I'm going to do a slip stitch, and that's going to close up my circle. And that's my first round. This pumpkin is only 2 rounds. That's it. Very simple. You can make it bigger if you would like a video on making this bigger. Again, let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to make another video showing you how to make this a little bit bigger. Okay, but I like this size for garlands specifically. Okay. Okay, so I've made the slip stitch and I'm going to make the second round here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2 single crochets in this first stitch. Okay, so here is 1 and here is 2. Right. And in each of the next 4 stitches, I will be making 2 double crochets. Okay, so I'm going to make 1 double crochet here, 2 double crochets in that next stitch. Okay, it's a little tight. Let me pull some more yarn out. Okay, so there's 2 double crochets in that one, and I'm going to do that in the next. I'm going to go ahead and do that in the next 3 stitches. I'm going to put 2 double crochets in each of the next 3 stitches. Okay, here's 1, here's 2. These work up very, very quickly. Okay, and here's 1, and here's 2. I am crocheting over my tails, so I do not have to work them in later. And 1 more set. Okay, so here's the next stitch, the 4th one, that I'm going to do 2 double crochets in. Right. So in the next stitch, I'm going to make 2 single crochets. There's a knot in here. Hold on. Okay, got it up. So in the next stitch, I'm going to go ahead and make 2 single crochets. In order to make a single crochet, you're going to insert your hook. Okay, pull the yarn through. You have 2 loops, yarn over and pull it through both. We're going to make another one. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull it through, yarn over, pull it through. That's a single crochet. And in this next one right here, I'm going to go ahead and make 2 more single crochets. Okay, here's 1 and here's 2. There we go. Now in the next 4 stitches, I'm going to make 2 double crochets in each of the next 4 stitches. I'm going to mirror what I did on the other side. Here's 1, here's 2. Okay, here's 1, here's 2. So this works up quickly. This is only 2 rounds. If you want to make a larger one, let me know in the comments and I'll go ahead and show you how to make a larger one. But as I said before, this is for garland and we don't really need anything that large unless you want it to be large, you know? Okay, so now let me see how many I have. I have 1. Let me see how many I have. I have 1, 2, 3. I need 1 more set. Here's 1. And here's 2. Okay, now I'm back over here and I'm going to make 2 single crochets in that last stitch for this round. 1 and 2. And then I'm going to slip stitch it into the first stitch because we are done. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut it. There you go. I'm going to show you how to make the stem and the chain, so stick with me. Okay, here we go. I'm going to put in the bottom, I'm going to put the markings so that you can skip ahead to whichever part you want or rewind to any part you want. And then this is my pumpkin. I chose this color because pumpkins come in different colors. I like that color. So I'm going to go ahead and make the top. Let's see, what color should I make the top? I'm going to go ahead and make brown again. Okay. just for this one. And the next one I'll probably choose a different color. So let me go ahead and show you how to add the stem. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make a slip knot. I'm going to make a slip knot onto my crochet hook, and we're going to go ahead and do the stem. Make sure that you leave your tails long enough so that you can weave them in. I have a bad habit of making them very short. So make sure like this is long enough so that I can weave it in later. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look for the top here of my pumpkin, and I'm going to do it on the part that has these you can go ahead and weave this in now, or you can weave it in after you make the stem. It's totally up to you. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look for the top where I made those single crochets, and I'm going to go ahead and I am going to just pull it through. You see I have 2 loops. I'm going to go ahead and make a standing single crochet. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and make 3 more single crochets across the top. There's 2, here's 3, and here's 4. Okay, so now I have 4 single crochets across the top, right? Okay, so I'm going to get ready to turn it. I chained 1, I'm going to turn it. I'm going to skip this one right here, and I'm going to single crochet in here, and I'm going to single crochet in this one. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to single crochet in that last one. So I did 3 single crochets. Okay, so you see how it's going off at an angle? I kind of like that. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to single crochet in here, and I'm going to single crochet in here, and I am going to slip stitch into this one. And that is going to be my pumpkin stem, and then I'm going to go ahead and finish that off. Okay, and let me go ahead and cut this, and that's how you go ahead and make the stem. All right, now I'm going to show you how to make the chain, okay, to connect it. Okay, so let me cut this off, and you're going to go ahead and weave these tails in. Okay, so I've woven my tail in, and as you can see, I was very careful, and you don't see the yarn in the back. Again, if you would like a video on how to do that, there is a way to do it so that you don't see it. Go ahead and let me know in the comments, and I'll be happy to make a very quick video on how to hide your stitches behind. But let me show you how to make the chain. I'm going to choose orange. I'm going to go ahead and choose orange, and I'm going to double strand my yarn because this is going to be a decorative piece, and I don't want it to be too wobbly. I want it to have some structure to it. So you're just going to make a chain. Okay, so you make your slip knot, and you go ahead and you make a chain. You can go ahead and use a larger hook. You can go ahead and use thicker yarn. You can use whatever color you want and make the chain. So remember, this part of the chain is the part that you are going to hang onto something, or you're going to tie onto something. So you make it as long as you want. So this is totally free form. This is totally your aesthetic and how you feel about it. Okay, so when you have it the length that you want, go ahead and find your pumpkin. I'm going to show you 2 ways to do this. All right, there's 2 ways. One way is just insert your hook from front to back or back to front, however you want to do it. Okay, you just insert your hook, you yarn over, and you pull it through. And then you continue to make your chain. Okay, that is the easiest way to do it. And you can go ahead and do it that way. You see? And look how that looks. That looks really nice. Just find any space up here and do that. Okay, there is another way. Let me show you the second way before you tune out. Don't forget, like and subscribe to the channel so that you can get more great videos. All right, so I'm going to show you another way. So here I'm going to insert my hook from back to front, and I'm going to look for that stitch, one of the stitches that I made, and I'm going to insert my hook into the next stitch from front to back. So it's kind of like a front post crochet, okay? And then I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to pull it through, okay? And then I have 2 loops on my hook, and I'm going to make like a single crochet in the back. All right, and then I'm going to continue to make my chain whatever length I want, okay, until I get to the spot where I want my next one, and it could be a mushroom or it could be another pumpkin, okay? And once again, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do like a post stitch, okay? And I'm going to look for the stitch. I'm going to insert it from back to front, and then I'm going to look for the next one and insert it from front to back, yarn over and pull it through the whole thing, and then do a single crochet, okay? And then make the chain and continue to go. Okay, so you see this, you see how this looks. So you can do it again, you can do it either way, whichever way you're comfortable. All right, and if you want to see a video on how to make this mushroom, go ahead and click on the next video, and I will see you there. Okay, te veo.